Fighter of the Year multiple times and the only 8-division world champion in boxing, Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the... This bout, how will these two fighters... The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. Nice hook. It is a sunny and hot day, and yes, we're outside, Johnny. No air conditioning or air con, as you say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Tom, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook had to hurt. Missing with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missing with the right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs... Here we go, it's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations, you've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
Oh man, you've got a swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Hit him low on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Swing and a miss with that hook. To be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Punch, counter punch. A perfect counter shot. Nobody home with that hook. Misses with the jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is it.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, Hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
These two were made for each other. Good counter punching. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Throws the uppercut but misses. One punch could change. Hold that thought! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you what, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go up.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come back now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Back and forth they go. They exchange punches. Those counter punches have to hurt. They're both trying for a knockout. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. Just hold that thought. Robinson hit hard and he may be ready to go. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Being dazed now?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. At this point, you got... And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Block that right hook. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Miss with that jab. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he gonna go down? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do?
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot... Here we go in the 6th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Just misses right uppercut. That counter shot lands. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Caution being thrown to the wind. Exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hand and power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes on the belly of the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao now last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot. Clear that.
And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at it. There's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. then he's out of there.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Is he gonna punch himself out though? Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny.
What do you do?
And we enter the 8th round. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice?
And down goes Pacquiao. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. And that is that. They surrender. This is over.